we've had in India, Morgan, a bit of I think the US is starting a bit of a wobbly, it's had a few wobbly sessions now. In India, of course, the market topped out in September. We had a painful correction, and now we're finding our feet once again. And a lot of people, when they are asked to describe what kind of market we had, they use this term, we had a narrative-based market, right? Stories, narratives. And I think it's a topic you touch upon in your writings quite regularly, that at the end of the day, investing is storytelling. It's a number now multiplied by a story in the future. Yep. How important is that? Is that recognition essentially? Because, you go through these cycles. Sometimes these stories and narratives do very well, but then we have periods when you have to go back to the numbers.
Yeah, it's always the case that markets are narrative driven, and the narratives change all the time. And I think sometimes we want to pretend in investing that of that equation, every valuation is a number from today multiplied by a story about tomorrow. We want to pretend that the number from today is the most important part, because it's what we can quantify, it's what we can look at. But the truth is, the story that we tell ourselves, positive or negative, is always the more important thing. And now, not to get too technical, but the lower interest rates are, the more powerful that story is. And for a lot of the last decade, at least in the United States, we had 0% interest rates. So the story was everything. And particularly in a social media driven world, the stories that people can tell themselves get ridiculous. Because no matter what you want to believe in investing, somebody is on Twitter saying it. You can find that narrative anywhere, and it creates a situation where the wildest stories, the craziest stories, just grab a holding and go and run away. Look at Tesla, for example. Tesla makes a tiny fraction of the number of cars of Volkswagen, Toyota, General Motors, go on the list, but it's worth 20, 30, 50 times more than those other car companies. The other stat I saw the other day is that Ferrari makes 13,000 cars per year and is worth $90 billion. Volkswagen makes 9 million cars per year and is worth $40 billion. The difference between that is overwhelmingly just narrative. It's that Ferrari is fun and whatnot. There's different narratives involved. And I think this throws a lot of people for a loop if you are analytically minded and you want to think that the world should work in clean, rational ways. You think like a spreadsheet. Then this world will drive you crazy. And you constantly think that the world is either a bubble or just losing. You're always confused about what's going on. But when you view it as a narrative, then it starts to make sense. Yes, things are crazy. Yes, a lot of things don't make any sense whatsoever. No, you can't put a statistic on everything that's going on in the world. And it's always been like that, and it always will be.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in to CNBC TV 18. Make sure you follow us and stay updated on all our social media platforms.